Yo, what is up guys? AD here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's video, everyone, we are going to be overviewing the World Boss Trial shop, and I'll be telling you guys what to prioritize and what to skip over in our current events shop. So let's get started here, as we're going to scroll down all the way to the daily shop here and what you should be purchasing from the daily refreshes. So we do have quite a few rewards here that you can purchase that do refresh daily, such as some spa gifts, tickets here, some onyx, gold, etc. But the main items you will want to focus here in the daily shop would of course be the core material, being the amplified defense, as well as the amplified crits core material. So you'll definitely want to buy the core materials first, and if you would like to, you can also purchase the lanterns from the daily shop, as you don't really have any other way to obtain lanterns in Destiny Child outside of events. So you'll definitely want to pick up lanterns if you are running shorts on the lanterns for the Infernal Realm spa. But most importantly, for the daily rewards, you'll definitely want to purchase the core materials and skip out on everything else. All right, back to the top here, everyone. We do have the newest 5-star water type healer in Glorious Messier. Now you should purchase the event unit, as you can of course obtain some additional rewards by uncapping each and every new unit. So we do have Messier here. She's fairly cheap, 100,000 for the first copy and 200,000 for the second. So definitely obtain these copies. Even as a new player, you'll definitely want to obtain as many new 5-star units as possible, so make sure to pick up the Messier copies here in the shop. As for the next purchase here, everyone, we do have Bikini Lisa at 100,000 mirror fragments. You'll definitely want to pick up this unit at 100,000 mirror fragments. She's pretty much a steal, as she is a very good wood type supporter for the World Boss Trial events, and she does have some use in water type Ragna breaks if you are a fairly new player. As for the 5-star summoning tickets, I would definitely recommend to purchase these 5-star summoning tickets if you are a newer player, so you can obtain more 5-star units to expand your current archive. So we do have 3 tickets here at 200,000 mirror fragments a piece, so definitely make sure to pick up all 3 if you can. And most importantly, if you are a newer player, you can use these tickets to expand your archive. Now, although some of the units may be niche or fodder units, you'll still have a good chance of obtaining somewhat of a decent character. Next up here, we do have the amplified core lucky boxes here, which do provide 1 core per box at 300,000 mirror fragments a piece. So we do have one here for the attacker core, defense core, agility core, and crits core, all at 300k per box. Now I would classify these as a high priority for late game or mid game players. Now for early game players, I would say these are a medium priority, as they are pretty expensive, and you could just use those mirror fragments towards the 5-star units or towards the 5-star summoning tickets, in which will help you expand your archive in the early game, as you won't really want to dive into ignition in the early game. You'll want to take your time and of course expand your archive a bit. So I would classify the core lucky boxes as a medium priority for the newer players, but definitely still a priority nonetheless. And of course, if you are a medium to late game player, definitely make sure to purchase all 4 of these boxes, as of course you do obtain at least 1 core from each box, which in resource terms is a 5-star unit and 4,950 crystals of value per box here. Next up here, everyone, we do have the Prism Soul Credit tickets here. So we do have one at 200,000 mirror fragments, one at 300k, and one at 400k. Now for the 200k, I would say it's still a pretty decent buy here at 200k, since you do obtain a Prism Soul Credit. So if you would like to expand your Prism Soul Credit archive, then definitely pick up the first one here. But for the second and third, I would say they are pretty low priority, as they do tend to get pretty expensive here. And if you pay 300,000 to 400,000 for a bad Prism Soul Credit, it would be a pretty bad time. Next up here, everyone, we do have the crafting tool lucky box at 200,000 a piece at a count of 4. So if you are running low on some crafting materials as well as the ore here on Destiny Child, you'll definitely want to pick up some here, as of course they are a pretty decent value if you are lacking some of the material and don't have a ton of stamina to farm in the story. So this, I would say, is a situational item. If you are running very low on your crafting tools, definitely pick up the boxes here. But if you still do have a very high count, then you could probably just skip over these and won't mind too much. Next up here, everyone, we do have the standard 5-star soul credit tickets here, 2 at 100,000 a piece, 1 at 200k, and 1 at 300k. Now for the priority here in the soul credits, I would say to prioritize the first 2 here at 100k a piece, as of course you still do have a chance to obtain a 5-star Prism soul credit ticket from the these tickets nonetheless, and of course they're only 100k a piece, so I would definitely suggest to purchase the first two here and skip out on the other two unless you're really short on soul cartas and would like to obtain more or even fodder. Next up here, everyone, we do have the Galaxy napping places, one at 50k here and two at 75k here. Now I would say these are a pretty low priority unless you are really looking forward to some soul carta enhancement fodder, so you can enhance a future soul carta, such as during Ragna break events, in which we do need the new soul carta upgraded for a Ragna burster slot. So if you're a late game player, I would definitely suggest to pick these up, but if you are in the early game, definitely ignore these. As for the 3 to 5 star 10 times summon tickets, everyone, we do have one here at 30k, two at 60k, and three at 90k. Now for the first one here, I would definitely say to pick it up towards the end of the event if you do have some leftover mirror fragments, but outside of that, I would definitely stay away from these, as of course you only have a 1% chance to pull a 5 star from the 3 to 5 10 times summon tickets, so a fairly low chance to obtain anything good, but if you do happen to pull a 5 star, then it's definitely worth it. Next up here, everyone, we do have the big aura hearts, or the evolution material here, one at 30k, one at 60k, one at 90k, and the last one here at 120k. Now in my opinion, I would say all of these would be a priority, but if you are low on mirror fragments or a fairly new player, you'll definitely want to pick up the first two here at 30k and 60k, and the 90k as well as the 120k would be optional, as you still do have a ton of other rewards to focus as well. But if you are a late game player, I would definitely obtain at least the first three here, and if you do happen to have more mirror fragments than others, then definitely pick up the last one here, as of course you can never have enough evolution material. And just to overview it once more, as we did go over the daily rewards, you'll definitely want to skip over all of these, as the spa presents would be a good buy if you are lacking spa present material, but for the early game I would avoid these and just focus on the core materials as well as the lanterns here if you are short on them. So that'll pretty much do it here for the World Boss Trial Shop Guide here for the glorious Messier event, as we did overview all of the rewards here in the shop and which items the beginner players should follow. Now just a quick recap here, if you are a beginner player, definitely pick up the Messier copies as well as the Bikini Lisa, the 5-star summoning tickets here, the core lucky boxes here if you are resetting. You'll also want to focus the big aura hearts here, so you do have some evolution material for your units. And last but not least here, for the new players, you'll definitely want to purchase the amplified defense core material and the amplified crits core material daily here, and the lanterns if you are low on them and would like to use the spa realm more often. Now for late game players, it's definitely situational, but you can obtain all of the copies here of the 5-star units, the 5-star summoning tickets, the core lucky boxes here. Definitely obtain all 4 of them if you are in the late game. The Prism Soul Carta tickets here, I would say to purchase the first one here if you can afford it, or you can just resort to the 5-star Soul Carta tickets here at 100,000 a piece here for 2 tickets, so 2 Soul Cartas for the price of 1 Prism Soul Carta ticket. And next up here, the crafting tool lucky box is a pretty situational box here if you are running low on your crafting tools, so definitely make sure to keep count on your current inventory. The Galaxy napping places here for those very late game players that would like to prioritize future Soul Cartas, all 4 of the big aura hearts here for the late game players, as well as make sure to pick up the daily core materials and of course the lanterns as well. But anyways everyone, that'll pretty much do it for today's Destiny Child video here and the World Boss Trial Shop Guide here for the current Messier event. So make sure to let me know in the comment section below if this shop guide was helpful to you at all and did assist you in purchasing any of the items here in our current event. But before you go everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are interested in more Destiny Child content here, as well as make sure to check out the links in the description box below to my Twitter account as well as to my Twitch channel. But with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.